I think a trick for most people that might benefit them is just be cognizant of how much content you're consuming and try to make sure that you're creating more content than you're consuming.
Yeah. Yes. Because
and you can replace content with whatever it is that's getting you closer to your goals, right?
It's too easy for it to have your creativity done for you.
Yeah, and it's just, if I find even in, I've got a YouTube channel on macroeconomics, but if I find myself listening to 4 hours of podcasts and only doing a half an hour video, that's not good. I want to make sure that, okay, if I'm listening to 4 hours of content, that how am I going to create 5 hours of content based on what I listen to make sure you're always ahead of that curve and you're not falling victim to just I don't want to say being a loser, but not achieving your goals as quickly as you could.
What does Kiyosaki say? Is if you're not a brand, you're a commodity.
I haven't heard him say that, but that sounds like something he'd say.
That probably sounds like something.
Well, it's kind of like one of the things I always say, George, is, and it kind of goes to, I enjoy simplifying things. You said, hey, is it cheap or is it expensive? It's very easy to answer that. So what I do, the greatest commodity in life is time.
Right.
We all have,
Yes.
So what I always say is you can either invest your time or you can spend your time. In my 20s, I was the king of spending my time. Nightclubs, games, fantasy football, partying, drunk, spending time.
You're a party boy.
I was a party boy.
Not a party man yet.
I'm very conscious of investing my time versus spending my time. Very rarely am I just spending. I don't have Netflix. I canceled it. I pulled the plug. I don't even have TV anymore. If I watch YouTube, it's because I want to watch what George Gammon has to say on the economy, or what Rollo Tomassi has to say on transgenderism, or what Fresh and Fit have to say with their drama that's going on, or what's going on in the news. I'm investing my time because you talked about always be learning. And you can spend your time, like I've watched Game of Thrones. I had a girlfriend, she wanted to watch it. I get it. So you're not going to always
How many hours
invest your
did
time.
you watch Game of Thrones?
But it's a lot of time.
I think people can use that as a hack in other areas of their life that they might not even think about, especially as Americans. Yeah. So let me give you an example. Prior to 2019, even though I would spend a lot of time in Medellin, I never considered having a gal do the cooking, cook and then have someone specific to do my laundry and make sure that the closet was organized. If I need a light bulb go, it just seemed like an extravagance that I just didn't, like, George, how hard is it to change a light bulb? But then what I did is I actually did a TV show in Medellin early 2019 before I started the YouTube channel. So this was occupying so much of my time that I just didn't have a choice. So I'm like, I've got to hire someone to do the cooking and all these things. And I had this gal for probably 2 weeks. And I said, how did I ever live without this? And I think, now that when I come back to the United States, and I don't have that team of people with me, right? That entourage that I have in Medellin. I've got to go get my own water. I've got to go, and we don't even think about that as Americans. But if you actually wrote down every single minute you spend during the week taking your kids to school, going to the grocery store, picking up the dry cleaning, running an errand, do this, and this, it's like 10, 20 hours a week. When that's 20 hours that you could spend on doing something incredibly productive.
100%. Right. Well, it comes down to, George, you hit the nail on the head. Just as you've been doing all day today, what's your time worth?
That's right.
What's your time worth?
That's
Patrick
right.
talks about how he loves to iron. No chance am I ironing.
Nor would I.
No, but he said, look, my time is worth $1,000 an hour.
That's right.
And for me to iron for an hour, I could pay someone $20 an hour to do that. I'm losing $980 by ironing. And then you just got to back into what you're doing in your life. Now, look, not everybody's going to always have a maid and someone to iron and to cook and clean. I get it. But what can you eliminate from your life to take back time?
Look, I got a question. Do you feel like you've been put out, like if you watch a football game or you went to watch a movie or something, you go, God, I could have made, it was 2 hours to watch this movie. could I have made more money? Like, it would have been time better
Yes.
spent. I don't get that 2 hours back. So I feel bad about having like sort of having this mental popcorn and just sort of like you're enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
You like the movie, right? It's good to like, have some power downtime, but it's like, because I get to the point, like the more I get into doing like, doing what I do, I'm like, I gotta read another chapter in the book.
Yep. So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another, or if you want to watch the entire Saucecast, click right here.